In one of the more entertaining games of the afternoon, the San Francisco 49ers took away a win over the Las Vegas Raiders, over my Raiders. I gotta be honest. I'm a little upset, but you gotta hand it to the 49ers right now. They've won, 6-7 straight right now. They're looking like a huge contender, and quite honestly, they're just never out of any game that they play in. You're scared of them. You really are. But in today's latest edition of Standouts and Fizzouts, because pop, that's right, we think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It should replace all water. Let us know what you guys, by the way, what you guys drink in the comment section down below, whether it's, Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, the Diet Dr. Thunder, great value brand, whatever it is, let us know in the comment section down below. But this really was an interesting game. So yes, the Raiders a couple of days ago announcing that they were going to be benching Derek Carr, or at least giving him the ability to not play in these last two games. I mean, it is what it is. But and this one, yes, it was interesting. It was a lot of fun because you had the Raiders taking on arguably one of the best teams in the NFL. And yes, they did fall short. 37-34 was the final score. But there was a lot of standouts and a lot of fizzouts in this one. So we will go ahead and really get down to the gritty here. We'll start by talking about the 49ers. So yes, the 49ers, Brock Purdy continues his streak of being undefeated. You love to see it. The young man's really been taking care of business. He finished the game 22 of 35 for 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Mr. Irrelevant continues to get it done. This man is the real deal. I think he really does give the 49ers like an extra little, he gives them that extra little bit of oomph. Like he gives them that ability to be able to win games. He's not going to throw a ball 80 yards down the field, but he keeps you in these games. He keeps the ball moving forward. He's efficient. He does enough in the run to help him out in the running game too, and you just love to see it. So Brock Purdy, obviously the first standout here because, yes, he absolutely got it done. Also, Christian McCaffrey, 19 carries, 121 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, just the 49ers are always going to run the football. It's just the question of, when are they going to absolutely break one? And he broke one early and often and got the job done. Jordan Mason also scored. He had 2 carries for 13 yards and a touchdown. But I mean, Danny Gray, Kyle Hughes, check. Tyrone Davis Price, like they're just able to run the football. Doesn't matter who, give it to him and let him do his thing. But Christian McCaffrey had himself a day as well, so you got to really give him the respect there. Brandon Ayuk, definitely another standout if you ask me. A guy that quite honestly, I would venture to say that him and Deebo Samuel, like we've said it for a while now, that they're probably 2 of the better wide receiver duos in the entire NFL. Just 9 catches, 101 yards and a touchdown. Also had that carry for 16 yards. Like he's just an absolute stud. And it was without Deebo Samuel. That's why you're not going to see him here. And you really do like the way that the 49ers were able to bounce back and still win without him and still pick up that slack. Defensively, you allow 34 points, and I believe there was a graphic on the screen there talking about, I think it was they didn't allow a single point. I swear, some of these graphic people, like the people that make the graphics for the NFL, like they come up with them at the most inopportune times. Like the 49ers didn't allow a single point within the last 2 minutes of a regular season game. Like that's tough. And then all of a sudden the Raiders score a touchdown. It is what it is there. So they know how to jinx them, but overall they did come out with the win. So I guess you can't really fault them too much. Another standout, Deshaun Gibson got the interception to seal it. Also Drake Jackson, the rookie, coming out there and getting a pick as well. And really, there wasn't a lot of pressure, but you really got to you still got to give the hats off to those guys like Nick Bosa that really did make that last play happen, pushing Colton Miller all the way back into Jarrett Stidham. Again, it is what it is there, but the defense, I'm not going to beat up on him too much. Talanoa Hufanga, I know he was mentioned on that, 6-yard touchdown pass to Devontae Adams. He did take a little bit to kind of look at it there, but I put that play more on Jimmy Ward. If you want to talk about fizzouts, I felt like Jimmy Ward should have been more in stride with Devontae Adams, but it is what it is there. Also, another fizz out for me when we talk about the 49ers, I really felt like this defense has been, rock solid. I don't want to just put their whole entire defense as out there. I know we gave them a lot of credit, but, you got to be able to go against bad teams and take care of business. But overall, again, like I said, I'm not going to make too much of a big deal about it because they did overall get the win. They made it fun as well. So for the Raiders, Jarrett Stidham, man, I know I want to say that Jarrett Stidham is definitely a standout because he is, but really the bigger portion of that is Josh McDaniels and company putting him in positions to be be successful. Jarrett Stidham finished 23 of 34 for 365 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, it was those rollouts. He was protected. He had pretty much basically all day to throw on pretty much every throw until that last one. But, they put him in a lot of great positions. I got to give it up for the coaching staff. Got to give it up for Jarrett Stidham to go up against a team like the 49ers and make it a game like that. It was fantastic. Also, Josh Jacobs, another standout, 17 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown. Really, I mean, Josh Jacobs, I think he's earned another contract with the Raiders. We've talked about it ad nauseum. We'll see what happens there. Josh Jacobs also caught 4 passes for 26 yards on the day as well. Another standout, Devonta Adams. I mean, this man, what can't he do? 7 catches, 153 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, you just love what he does. It doesn't matter where it is. Just throw it up. He's going to go get it. Darren Waller also had himself a day, 3 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown. Foster Moreau caught that first one for 20 yards, but finished the day for with 3 catches for 55 yards. Yeah, absolutely love to see it. Also, this defense, it was kind of, in a way, reeling, if you ask me, but there was a lot of good from this defense that I felt like they did some good things. But over, Meek Robertson got that interception. The run defense definitely a fizz out, but overall, I really liked how they were blanketing the 49ers receivers. It was a rough day overall defensively. I mean, you're never going to like it, allowing 37 points. It is what it is. Also, Robbie Gould's also a standout for me for the 49ers. I forgot to mention that. I know he missed a field goal to send it, to win it in regulation, but he made it to win in overtime, so it is what it is. But overall, this defense, you want to talk about fizzouts for the Raiders? Run defense. I know that it's Christian McCaffrey and he's behind a much better offensive line and he's in a system that's going to help him out, but man, they were able to run the ball with them basically however they wanted. So I guess, like I said, it is what it is, but the run defense really needs to continue to be a huge area of focus for Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler and company, especially during this offseason. Luke Masterson, it's not even just the fact that George Kittle scored a touchdown on him. It was the fact that it was that play. It was also the fact that he just can never break down and make a tackle. It just seems that if you watch him on tape, he's a guy that's around the football a lot, but he just cannot still slow down, break down, and make a play. He is always missing tackles. I would really like to see Luke Masterson be a little bit more well coached. I think if he could just slow down, take a breath, and be able to get to the play, yes, but also chop his feet and be a little bit more of a sure tackler, it would be great to see. But overall, another fizz out. I mean, Colton Miller, I know that for the most part, this offensive line was pretty good, but you are in every way the reason that Jarrett Stidham threw that interception. I know that overall it's not all on one player, but Colton Miller gets just walked back by Nick Bosa. You need to be able to make a play there. You need to be able to stop that man in his tracks. You're getting pushed back. You've got to be able to reconnect, be able to get that anchor down. It just didn't happen. So it's tough. It's not all just on Colton Miller, but overall, Jarrett Stidham, maybe if he could also have stepped to the right to help out Colton Miller a little bit, but at the same time, risk a sack. I don't know. But not great stuff from Colton Miller, and I definitely think it was a good game from the Raiders overall, but I think that they're going to continue to learn from this, and we'll see what Josh McDaniels and company really teach the team moving forward. But that's it. That's our latest edition of Standouts and Fizzouts, because pop, we think it should replace all water. Doesn't matter. It's the best thing since sliced bread. I sounded Irish there. I'm sorry, but let us know what kind of pop you guys drink down in the comment section below, whether it's Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Diet Dr. Thunder, the Great Value brand, whatever it is. Let us know in the comment section down below. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes, and finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com, or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our latest edition of Standouts and Fizzouts for the Las Vegas Raiders versus San Francisco 49ers matchup.